Hey everybody, welcome back to Crash Course Cooking with Chef Paul. Today I'm going to make an omelet. The beautiful thing about omelets is last night's leftover dinner is today's omelet. So I made a makeshift chicken marsala when I came home from boating last night, and I kind of threw just what I had together that I had in the fridge. So it's not really a mushroom marsala. It's got onions in it and some little cherry tomatoes and some chicken, which I cut the chicken into pieces. So, and I had a couple pieces of bacon that I cook a bunch of bacon at a time and kind of keep it and just microwave it and eat it as I want to. So there's 2 pieces of bacon there that I diced. And so you need a nice non-stick pan, saute pan, a nice small one like this. This is a perfect omelet pan. So I've got the heat on, and I've got some bacon grease right there that I always keep on hand. I never throw that away. That's good stuff. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of that in there. We're gonna let that heat up. While that's heating, I'm gonna crack the eggs. I'm hungry, so I'm gonna have 3 eggs. You can do a 2-egg omelet or a 3-egg omelet. Okay. And I have about an ounce or so of milk. I'm gonna put in there. That's fine. And I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna overbeat these. I don't like to overbeat them. We'll just kind of do that. That's fine. Just want to mix it around. That's actually more than I really need, so I'll put that back in there. All right, so we can just add all this stuff together. This. Now, making an omelet. So to finish an omelet, there are several ways to finish the omelet, meaning to finish cooking the egg, really, because really that's really what it's all about. Everything else really just needs to be heated. Everything in here is already cooked, so it just needs to be heated. So how do we do that? I'll show you a couple different things to do. Actually, what I'm going to do is put on my broiler. A lot of people don't know how to flip like this, so when I have an omelet in here, that's how I finish it. But because many people don't know how to do that, I'll show you an alternate way to do that. So everything in here is heated and the pan is hot. So I will go ahead and add my egg. Okay. Now, high heat is not necessarily your friend here, right? You don't want to burn the egg on the bottom. Burnt egg is. I'm gonna go ahead and season this with a little try-mix. The marsala, I made it with onion and the bacon. Like, there's already a lot of flavor in there, but I just do that to. So, all right, basically we do not want it to stick on the bottom, but we need it to form a crust so that we can displace or get the uncooked egg under so it can be cooked, because right now the heat is on the bottom, so it's cooking from below. So we need enough of a crust, and we just want to make sure it doesn't stick, which it won't stick in this pan. And I turn my heat down to about medium high. I know it's not burning on the bottom because I'm looking at it. You need to constantly kind of, with a rubber spatula, you could use whatever you need to use but like I'm looking at it, and what I do is I tilt it. I pick up the bottom and I tilt it so that I can allow for uncooked egg to go to where I need it. So we're just going to let that cook a little bit longer because it's looking good. And see how it's all moving, like it's not stuck to the bottom. That's the main thing, is you don't want this to stick to the bottom. I just remembered I had cheese and prosciutto in the fridge, so we can add that to it too. I'm going to cut the prosciutto, dice it a little bit. Prosciutto is kind of tough, so if we just put it as one whole piece, and then you really have to cut through. Like, it's easier to cut it now, and in fact, I might as well just go ahead and put this in here now. Okay. All right, this is looking good. It's still got liquid on the top, and it doesn't seem to be running, where I want. Like, it's too viscous to actually go where I want it to go, tilted like that. See how kind of gelatinous it is? So I could flip this, but what I'm going to do is show you how to do this so that you don't have to flip it, because a lot of people aren't comfortable with that, and you might end up losing your omelet on your stove. So what we can do, there's several ways to do this. Now we're cooking from below this way. I'm going to let it sit here a little bit longer, but what we're going to do is cook it from above, which is what it really needs now, in the broiler. Yeah, looks great. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is do that. Put it in the broiler. Oh wait, I never turned it. I thought I turned this on, but I didn't hit start. I'm going to remove if you have a pan where you can't remove the handle, you could probably put the rack on the highest level in your oven and put this in there, and leave the handle sticking out, or whatever you need to do so you don't ruin your pan. Well, I've reattached the handle just to let you know how to do this if you don't have a handle that detaches from your saute pan. So what I raised the rack not to the highest, but high broil is extremely hot. You could do it on low broil, leave it in the oven, put it down low if you want, but either way, what I'm trying to do is just cook the top. And what this does is it actually leavens, for better word, leavens your omelet. It'll increase in volume. Now, kind of like a souffle, but when you take it out, it'll do that for a short time. As it cools off, it'll shrink back down, but it looks kind of good, when you freshly do it. But this is it, and it's not sticking, so we're good here. We're going to turn off that, put our cheese. We're going to get a plate. Here is the chicken marsala with prosciutto and cheese omelet. Let's take a bite of this and see how it is. We already know it's going to be good. Look at that cheese. I used provolone cheese. I like a sharp provolone. That's always good. That's a good omelet. I hope you have a chance to make it and put a name to it, because I haven't named it. So you can go ahead and feel free to name it. All right, enjoy.